What's going on, Sumolings? Thank you so much for joining us for another product walkthrough webinar. I am Lindsay, and I am joined by the team over at Callback Tracker. Callback Tracker is a communication suite application offering callbacks, live chats, email, and SMS messaging for streamlined customer interactions. It is available on AppSumo right now, starting at just $69 for a lifetime deal. We are going to take a full tour of the product, but before we do, I just want to tell you a few quick things. The first is that if you want to tell us a little bit about your business, a little bit about your use case, we love to hear it, and you could do that over in the chat room. If you have any questions about the tool, the deal, how to get set up, anything like that, go ahead and leave those questions in the Q&A box down below. We do have somebody from the Callback Tracker team on standby to answer some of those, and we'll also circle back to questions at the end of the walkthrough. And the third thing is that there will be a replay of this available. So you can watch this as many times as you want. Also, if you need to step out though, you can catch the rest of it later. All right, that is it for me. Hey, Jefferson, how are you doing?
Awesome. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing all right. I am excited to have you here and for you to take us on a tour. Are you ready to take it over?
Absolutely. Let me see if I can get technology to cooperate, and I'll bring up my screen. Let's see if it's good for everybody here. There should be a nice callback tracker homepage. So first of all, the big question is, what is Callback Tracker? Well, it's this little widget that's down in the lower right. That says, would you like us to call you? It's flashing and it's animated and it's like trying to grab your attention. So if you click on it, it'll pop out and it'll offer 5 amazing options for your customer to contact you. They can either request a phone call, they can do this by chat, by SMS, by email, or even WhatsApp. 5 amazing ways that the customer can now choose to contact you to say, hey, you know, I got questions about what this lead generation software is, for example, on your website. So no more hunting for contact pages, no more trying to figure out, you know, scrolling around the page and going, where's the about us or whatever. All of that goes away with this amazing widget. So now a couple of things about this widget. All of this is completely customizable. Just about everything that you see here in this window. So this picture can be changed out, this text can be changed out, and also there's the ability for the customer to contact you in a lot of different countries now. We've actually added on just a whole slew of countries for the callback. Now, the important thing to realize is, and I'm going to demonstrate it right now, what this means to get a callback. The important thing to realize is that when somebody plugs in a phone number, and you're more than welcome to call me, by the way, they click request a callback. In less than a few seconds, the phone will ring, as mine did, and the call is connected, and it's a two-way call. We call the customer, and we call you, and then we plug the two together. So the customer never has to worry about, oh my God, they're stealing all my information. Not quite like that, you know? So they can also do a chat message that appears on your back end. They can also do an SMS message that will appear on your cell phone. And they can also do an email, which will pop into your inbox. So if you go in, so next I want to demonstrate what the back end portal looks like. So here's the deal. On the back end portal, there's 5 different dashboards. And I do see a couple of questions coming in. I will absolutely answer as many questions as possible after the presentation. Just wanted to let y'all know about that. So, but there's 5 dashboards, all right? So the first one I'm gonna take you through is the callback tab, all right? In this tab, and this is you know, one of the most important tabs, you can see live, real time, how many calls are coming in, and what the status of those calls is. And what's most important is, there's 2 things about this particular dashboard. One, you can actually listen to the call after the call was made. We record all the calls. As an option, you can turn all call recording on or off. So that's right there. And then the other thing is a mini CRM. So like right here, here was the call that I made, and I can plug in all my details. And again, you're more than welcome to email me. And then I can say what this was all about and say, hey, I missed this call because I was on a live webinar on AppSumo, right? So it's like a mini CRM. You can save that and away you go. And other agents that look at that can see, oh, what was going on with that, for example. So, yeah, there's the earlier call down here. So now the other important thing about each one of these dashboards, every single one of them, we have a filter that's available. And you can filter by the website name, you can filter by phone number, and then you can actually, after you filter it, you can download everything to your Excel or Google Smartsheet or whatever, and do some additional data manipulation on all the information that we capture about these calls. So this is available in every single one of the dashboards. So going into scheduled calls, these are calls where the customer requested a call back to them. And so you can see on which page that they requested the callback on and what time they requested the callback on. And then our system will call you and the customer at that appointed time. So that's how that goes. The next tab we got is the text message tab, SMS messaging. And so the cool thing about that is, in addition to seeing the message that was sent to them, you can see what their phone number was and things like that. And that will enable you to text message them back, for example, from a different cell phone. If for whatever reason, you know, for example, it was sent to your co-founder and you want to go ahead and reply, you know, you can. Email requests, same thing. You can see what emails came in, but that's going to go to the email that was specified in the widget. And active chats, this is the tab that you can be on to chat with the customers when, you know, they request a chat request. So once it pops in, you'll see a little pop-up that says, hey, somebody's trying to chat with you. You click yes, and you'll drop right into that particular chat. That's down here. Actually, sorry, I skipped ahead. So these are the active chats that are going on. You can pop in at any time to that particular conversation and, you know, continue to chat if that chat is still active. So let me take you through how easy it is to actually install this widget on any number of websites that you're managing. All right, because if you're like me, you probably have 100 different things going on. And so you want to put this on every single one of your websites. So when you want to put this on, you click add new widget. And I'm going to go to, you know, one of the websites I have at the demonstration website, which is warrior.software. All right. I plug in all my information. And it does check to make sure that these are valid phone numbers. Plug in some random email address, and you can specify how, if you want to be notified about, you know, certain SMS, like the missed call by SMS. So if somebody tries to call you and, you know, they don't reach you, then it's possible to, you know, get a text message about that missed call. So, you know, hey, you know, your live calls are now being missed. So that's what that's about. Same thing, you can get the email notification. So once you save this, a lot of additional options will pop up, but let me skip ahead to installing this on the website. So I'm going to go to the WordPress backend that I have for the site. And it is a WordPress plugin, so we can just add it as a new plugin. And this is a pretty generic website. So this will be Callback Tracker within the WordPress store. There it is, installing now. We just drop down to activate it. And then we have to drop that login and password. Under Callback Tracker, we just sign in. Very easy sign in process. And it activates, see, just that quick. And if you want to make sure that it works before you customize it, you go to the website And now you'll see it's popped right there. So 5 minutes per website, and you got amazing communications capability across all your assets, So, and if you want to charge your customers for this feature, definitely can do that too, So there's a lot of customization options within the website. By default, a lot of it isn't turned on. It's just the phone calls. So if you want to enable those additional options, that's all under settings, widget tabs. You can enable, for example, the email tab, the WhatsApp tab. Now you go, well, hey, what about live chat? That's because there's additional setup options that you have to do for live chat. Under settings, you have to just hit enable chat service. And you can also set who gets the chat messages, for example. You can also customize all the settings there under for chat. But just skipping back to the website real quick, we can now see that we can enable that widget tab. See, it was previously set to no. Now you can say yes to everything, hit save, and that'll be on. Now, there's all kinds of other amazing options within this area. So first, I'm going to take you through a couple of those amazing, how to configure or how to make the widget look even more impressive. You can choose some of the very standard modal dialog boxes or the vertical dialog boxes, for example. And within there, you can upload the different logos. You can change the colors. All of that is there. One of the ones I personally like is the animated multi-icon. Look, you have this in an animated form, and then you can actually embed, if you want to, an image for that, and it looks a lot cooler. So there's just a lot of different ways that you can customize the look and feel of this particular widget. And then on top of that, one important thing, you need to set your time zone, right? Make sure that you're not getting calls at, well, 9 o'clock at night, unless you really want to be 24/7, right? But you can set your time zone. You can set what time that you're getting the calls and the schedule. But one of the other really, really cool things is we're bolted in with Google as well. So if you plug in your Google Analytics code here, then on your Google dashboard, you can see and you can actually relate to how many calls you're getting and what your cost per call is, right? Or cost per interaction, if you want to think about it. So now if you're running your Google ad campaign, you can see, hey, it's costing me like 15 bucks. So now if you go, well, wait a minute, I want to embed this in, for example, a Shopify site. You can absolutely do so. There's just this little tiny code snippet. It only adds about, 50, 60K, I think, of code to a website, and it'll run on anything. Shopify, Magento. We have a lot of different examples within our knowledge base on how to install this. So skipping back to that for just a moment, if you go, well, how do I make this work for, something else? Definitely check out our knowledge base. And this is at callbacktracker.com, our main website. Under the support tab, we have the knowledge base. So we have a lot of different overviews on how to do the different things that I just demonstrated here. For example, how to put it on Wix, how to put it on GoDaddy. We tested this on about 30 to 40 different platforms. I can't remember how many. And no matter what, it always seems to work. One other very important thing is we're now bolted into Twilio. So if you want to use your Twilio account on our software platform for managing all your phone calls, you're more than welcome to do so. Twilio's per minute rate is one of the lowest that I know of in the world. So definitely check out our knowledge base where we demonstrate how to do a lot of different things that we covered so far today. We also have a roadmap that we're continually improving. And we also have a lot of video tutorials that will step you through step by step how to do a lot of the different features and options that I've gone over so far. For example, one of the things you can customize is the greeting that the customer hears before they're connected with you. So if you want to say something special like, please stand by for your VIP experience, you're more than welcome to do so. Just about everything on our platform is customizable, but even beyond that, if there's something here and you're going, man, I just wish I had this one amazing feature and I would knock it out of the park with this customer, please contact us. We are very accessible, not only through our little widget right here. You can call us, email us, SMS us, but you can also use our support links on our site to get a hold of us. And we do try to respond to every message as quickly as possible. So those are some of the main features that I wanted to point out. Outside of that, I think I've covered just about everything that I was going to cover here. If I can just check my notes real quick. Yeah. Oh, we also had the Zapier integrations that I wanted to mention. Any of those integrations, in addition to taking a look at the video tutorials, if you go to the integration tab, you can see all these amazing integrations that we have. Zapier, Salesforce, we're pretty agnostic with what you bolt in with. So all the interactions that happen on our platform, they all go back right out to, for example, Zapier. And so you can send that out to your Google Sheets, you can send that out to your billing platform, whatever you can think of. So, the chat, the little pop-up box is customizable for what types of interactions that you want. You can also have different agents handle phone calls, as well as who handles chat messages. All of that is completely customizable. I'm just reading through a few questions. Is it possible to delete calls? Not really, not as far as I can see. You can't really delete a call because it's something that has happened within the system, but you can certainly filter it out if you're looking for something. So that's definitely something that you can do.
Are you ready to do the Q&A? I can go ahead and shoot you some questions.
Let's do that. I was just running through a few that I saw, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, totally. Let's go ahead and Sumo Links. If you have any questions that you really want answered, now's your time. Go ahead and put those in the Q&A box. I'm going to let you know the ones that are here now. Jay asks, what is the difference between live agents and callback agents?
So a live agent would be one that we're taking the callback calls or the scheduled calls. And a chat agent is just going to be the one that's on one of these active chats, when the pop-up happens and they're typing a response. And they can be completely different people.
Awesome. All right, the next question. Can we customize the contact options by removing some choices? We prefer to do chat, email, or text only.
Yeah, it is completely customizable. If you go over to the widget settings, you can pick under widget tabs, which I picked the wrong one here. But if you go to a live one here, where the code is installed, there we go, widget settings, widget tabs. Yes, so you can enable or disable chat, SMS, email, and WhatsApp. And then furthermore, the SMS, you can specify whether it's during hours or after hours.
Awesome. Jacqueline asks, is this only for WordPress?
As far as we know, there's no website that this doesn't work on. If you come across a website that this does not work on, email us and we'll probably make it work.
I love it. She also asks, is video conferencing going to be added?
Pablo, could you field that one? I don't know if that's on our 2021 roadmap, perhaps.
Cool. Do you want to answer, Pavel?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. I'll turn my video on. Hi guys, we're just getting so many questions about additional features to our platform, but I don't think that we can promise video calls right now, but as we develop and getting all the votes and suggestions from different people, I think we'll add this to our product map as soon as we'll identify the need for this. But right now we just primarily focused on callbacks, live chat, So all the digital communications that can be done within the widget. So.
Totally. I have a question for either of y'all or both of y'all. I don't want to ask a lot of, you know, what's specific on the roadmap questions, or we might be here all day. But I am wondering, what are you most excited about that is going to be coming out?
Pavel, I know there's a lot of things I'm excited about, but go ahead.
Yeah, we had multiple conversations, and actually we're just so thankful. I'll move you guys here so I can see everybody. We are so excited about, you know, being on the AppSumo, and we got so many suggestions. Even that the whole Twilio integration came out from AppSumo, so where we got a lot of questions and answers about why, like, pricing for international calls so expensive. Can we find a solution for this? And then a lot of Sumo links, they suggested let's all just plug in the Twilio, and we were able to do this very quickly. The other huge discussion that we have is about white labeling, where people and agencies, they would like to use our system and just, you know, completely white label and resell everything at their own price and margins. So, and right now we're just putting all the specs for the white labeling, how it should look like. And we are also getting the feedback from the community, how it should be done. And I think this is very exciting because if we'll do the white label, it will remove all the limits from our system, how it can be used. Because some people are concerned about, about, you know, the name, the branding, how we'll position ourselves. So that way you can use our system as additional tool for your agency and just, you know, make money and just run this as a software as a service, software as a service company by yourself. And we just finalizing all the details, and I think it will be coming for everybody who purchased the 5 stacking codes, because it will be also the additional, like, separate product on our website where we'll be selling the white label. And just, you know, different people were suggesting us different prices, but it's usually, it will require some development work, and also at the same time it will hand you over basically our baby. And in exchange, we will continue develop the product, we'll continue to support the product. But this is, like, I think one of the most exciting things that we'll do the white label. Yeah.
If I could add, there is, we have been in communications with a few other companies as well for integrating with their platforms. So those discussions are underway as well, because we have an API. And so we are able to integrate with other platforms. But that said, if there's an integration partner that you would like us to consider, certainly let us know. We'll give them a call and see if we can connect our two systems. But we're definitely wanting to participate, you know, with your agency growth to make sure that we can increase your conversion. That's the main thing that we see about the software. It's all about making sure that when the customer is on your site, a new one, they don't leave unless they interact with you in some way. So that's the goal.
Yeah, and may I also just add a couple of things. Jefferson, do you mind switching to integrations tab, since we all see your screen?
That's what I was just gonna ask.
Yeah. Okay, and so that's our ultimate goal, to have more integrations, because I think at this time, you know, creating isolated system and, you know, keeping everybody under control, it's kind of not our approach. So this is why we will integrate as much as possible, but also at the same time, we just need to be respectful to all the information that we gather. And right now we have those, like, 4 very strong integrations. I would say 5. We have API keys that you can generate and, you know, integrate with your, you know, whatever custom software that you have, and you can, you know, kind of get some information from our system using the API. And we had also a lot of questions about webhooks. And yes, we already have webhooks, and we will make that available for everybody while this deal is running. Also, at the same time, if I'll go backwards, so we had our Google Analytics at the very beginning. So that was very simple, where you can just go and see, connect your Google Analytics account and see all the information from the callback in your just one Google Analytics dashboard. Then we spent almost, we thought it will be a quick integration with Salesforce, but we started this February or January, and it took us almost 8 to 9 months to do the Salesforce because all of the specifications, details, testing back and forth. But right now we have a very strong and robust Salesforce integration. So, and it's for larger companies. If that's one of the purposes of having Salesforce, to have always like sales leads and information about new customers. And the purpose of our system is to collect all this initial information about the customer, and and it can be stored in our system. But if you need something more stronger and more kind of, how to say, stronger from the perspective of CRM, you can integrate with Salesforce. If Salesforce is looking for you too crazy, too cumbersome, too expensive, then we have Zapier. So with Zapier, you can integrate almost with any platform that supports Zapier, and you can port over some information about incoming leads to Zoho or any other system that supports Zapier. And we saw some very creative things that our customers did with Zapier that even we did not think about this, that it's even possible. We had one customer who was running a big campaign in Los Angeles. He was selling tickets for one large event, and he was running the Facebook ads, and he integrated Facebook ads lead form with Callback Tracker using Zapier. So he basically created a form in the Facebook, and each time one person was saying, yes, I'm interested in that event, and here's my phone number, call me back. Then when that person was providing the phone number on the Facebook, then our system was initiating the callback, and they got so many sales, and they've been so happy. And we also wrote the documentation how to do this, because actually our customers taught us how our system can be used, because we didn't think that it's possible. So that's one thing. And then Twilio integration, we just rolled this over a few days ago, and we did all the testing. And Twilio integration was quick because we are authorized Twilio developers. We are not like Twilio resellers, but we know everything about Twilio system and APIs, ins and outs. This is why for us it was basically, it did not take a lot of time for us to plug this in. But yeah, this is why we think that this will be our approach going forward, that we'll have more partners listed under integrations tab. And we also had some people that get in touch with us from India and some other countries, saying that we have something more superior than Twilio. And so let's all connect those phone providers to your system. We're just exploring opportunities, and we are open to anything that is like contemporary, lightweight, which would not slow down your websites. And yeah, and we'll be adding that going forward. So let me know if any other questions, so I can talk a lot about our
No, I love it. Thank you so much for a thorough response. I know it's something, roadmap and integrations alike are two hot topics here at AppSumo, so I appreciate that. If you want to get back to the chat room and continue chatting with your friends there, you're more than welcome. And Jefferson can take over the Q&A. Thank you again. So we just have we have a few more questions here. We did get a lot of integration requests during that. So the questions, Sumo Links, if you have more, you can put them in the Q&A box. Jay asks, as an agency, do I do all the setup, or is there a dashboard for my clients?
Great question. At the moment, this is only available to, it's only one login, one dashboard. Having sub dashboards is something that we are looking at on the roadmap, but at the moment, we only have the one dashboard that you see.
Great, thank you. So a follow-up to a question that we asked at the beginning, when I say delete the calls, I mean delete the recording of the calls. Is that possible?
It's not possible to individually delete the calls at the moment, but calls are deleted, I believe, after 90 days automatically. So there is that.
Great. Alberto asks.
Come
on back.
Yeah, sorry guys, can I jump on this? We also had some questions from HIPAA compliant organizations, medical providers, medical clinics. We have the option to turn off the call recording. If for compliant purposes, you don't want to have the call recordings, you can just, completely turn them off. And we also had several clients that asked us, can all the calls be deleted in a specific time? And yeah, if that's your requirement, then we can delete all the call recordings, but you would need to just reach out to our support team and yeah, we should be able to do this, just saying, okay, after 30 days or 90 days, delete all the call history. Yeah, sorry guys, I'll hand this.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, is this more of a callback system or a substitute to an existing business phone system?
Yeah, the AppSumo deal that we have here is really just a callback system for your website. That said, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from going onto your own website and initiating a call, right? To a phone number that you specify. But that said, I mean, yeah, this is really a callback interaction system for your website. That's what the app is. But that said, we do have other functionality that is available on our callbacktracker.com website. If you want to check out other things that we offer, we do have that there.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Stephanie asks, can you have specific reps assigned to specific websites? And if so, can they be blocked from seeing calls and chats related to other sites?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So each website can have its own set of representatives and its own set of phone numbers and emails that it goes to. And as indicated earlier, you can have one set of representatives for, the calls and a completely different set of representatives for the chat. And you could even have, some that are only just an agent, so they only see the chat messages when they pop up, and others that can see all the messages and even decide which messages get responded to. So yeah, those things are completely customizable.
Great. She has a second question. Can you show an example of this being embedded on a web page and not as a widget in the lower corner?
I didn't catch the question. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So sure, you can take, if I can get this pop-up to stop popping up. Sure. So if you go into, for example, what I did here, where you can edit the WordPress theme editor. So if you were to go into header.php, for example, on a WordPress site, conceivably, I don't necessarily want to break a WordPress site, but you could paste it in right there and it would probably work. The widget thing. So let me go back to, this is Callback Widget website. Go down to the bottom, the code embed. You would just copy the clipboard, that, paste it in. So if this was, for example, a Shopify site, same thing. You would go to themes, go to the plugin, go to the editor, go to the header, just above the body tag, just above that, anywhere above it, paste this in. Away you go.
Awesome. All right, this is the last question that I have here that's not, integration related. So Sumalings, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave those in the Q&A box now. It is your moment to get those answered. This question is, until the sub-account feature is live, what would be the best workaround to incorporate clients and charge them, considering that lead emails and live chat are shown in a single workspace? Thanks.
Great question. So what I've done personally, because actually I do have a small agency that I manage, what I've done, I just have my bookkeeper once a month, take the information from the activities that I have here. I go here, I download it, export it out, and I have my bookkeeper, extract out different interactions and send the bills off to the client. That's what I personally have done. That said, we are working on ways and that is on the roadmap to bolt into, for example, Xero, QuickBooks, other places, so that you can more easily bill, for example, per minute or something like that, or per interaction, if that's something you want to do.
And also, guys, may I just jump on? Sorry, I just thought about something else, and I saw also a few creative things how our agencies running right now.
Yeah.
For callbacks, yes, we have one generic, username and login, but it's a little bit different for a live chat. For a live chat, you can set up administrator and you can set up for live chat agents. And let's say if you have like 15 different clients that you support, and for each of them, you can set up a different live chat agent. And those agents, they will have a unique login, unique username, and unique password. And they will see only chats that, they are responsible for. So this is why the live chat is already broken down by, individual access or individual portals. For the callback, we are still thinking about this and how to get this done right. Because for the callback, it's actually, you'll just install the widget, and then as you see here on this screen, we have multiple websites listed, and for each website, we set up the call agents and all this like different kind of information. And this is how you can do for your agency. You can add multiple websites. You can set up the callback agents for each of them. And then on a live chat section, you can set up the live chat agents for each of your clients. And then you can then build them accordingly based on the number of minutes or based on the number of agents, or just saying, this is our monthly service. We just charge you $50 per month for having a callback on your website. It's based on your relationships with clients and your creativity, but we just see so many different ways how this can be done even right away without white label.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. All right. We have, again, just one more question here. Is it possible? Oh, no, we got a different one. I got a second question. All right. Is it possible to have a vacation mode, i.e. if unable to reply for a couple of days, aside from editing the available mode calendar each time?
Yeah, at the moment, just editing the calendar is about the only way to manage globally whether you're available or not, for example. And that's where they'll see, this kind of a message. And this is modifiable to say, we are out for 2 days, for example, right? So you can do that. Can message, by the way, to keep in mind, this is where you can have shortcuts to more quickly say, slash, time to say, hey, we're out for 2 days or something while you're talking to somebody. But if you have multiple different agents, you can turn on and off for each agent, whether or not they're available or not. So that is a setting that's available. So those are the only ways to manage chat at the present time.
Cool. All right. This question here from Stephanie. Can you have different agents assigned to different pages of one website or only to a website as a whole?
At the moment, it's only for the website at the whole. That said, you are able to turn off which pages and even which people can see the site This is for which people can see the site, but for which pages, that's under personalized web page setting here. No, that's not it. It's been a while since I've done that actually. Pavel, can you chime in? Where you can turn it off for a particular web page?
So the question was if we can just,
here, widget displayable. So
yeah, can I just, we had a long call with one of our clients from New York yesterday, and he had a question. He is running a big agency, and he has agents in different states. And his question was, if I have one WordPress website, is that possible that my website visitors who is coming, like people that are coming from the Los Angeles, when they go to my website, and they'll click that callback widget, and they will be connected with my agents in Los Angeles. At the same time, when people from New York will go to my website and they will click that callback button, they will be connected with my agents in New York. And we were just brainstorming and thinking how this can be done right now, or we need to do more development. But actually, we found a solution that if you can, break down your WordPress website on a sub pages, saying, for example, amazing marketing agency / New York, or amazing, agency / Los Angeles or Chicago. And then you can set up the agents, the callback agents under, each of those subdomains. Then, when people will log into your website, there are like two options. Because we also have departments, you can utilize the departments feature, and everything will be listed as a drop down, so that people can select, like people from Los Angeles, they can select, yes, I would like to be connected with agents from Los Angeles. Or maybe instead, people from Los Angeles, maybe they would like to speak with agents from New York. They don't want to deal with people from Los Angeles, but they'll have the option. And going forward, I think we will try automatically detect if like person is trying to call from that specific country or city or region, and we'll kind of propagate that option right away, so that people from Los Angeles will be connected with agents to Los Angeles, people from New York will be connected to people to New York. But right now it can be done manually. So, and also what Jefferson is showing you right now here, you can customize everything in a more granular level. So where, especially if you have like a portfolio, or like a showcase or show page where you don't, or like a pricing page or a product page, for example, where you don't want our widget to pop up and interfere with the shopping cart, you can exclude those pages here and just saying, okay, it's basically, we are giving you full control over where would you like our widget to be displayed, so that it's, and for smaller agencies, if you don't have hundreds of pages, then you will say, yes, just enable my plugin or embed the code, and it will show up on all the pages. Hopefully, I'm not overcomplicating. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm giving.
Not a worry, but as a developer, I just want to chime in. I mean, if you're a little bit more development savvy, for example, you're making landing pages, right, where they're just very simple, just straight on landing pages, right? You can actually embed that widget onto that landing page. And tie that to a particular campaign that you're running. So, and that way you can have one widget per, particular campaign, one widget per landing page. So if you wanted to A/B test something, you could do it that way too. Or like you say, Los Angeles, you can have your Los Angeles landing page and have that completely separate from your New York landing page, because that code is right there. You just embed that code, and only that widget will then display on that particular page. So there are ways, where there's a will, there's a way. And like I said, if there's any questions, contact us. We'll be more than happy to jump in and try to make this work for you. So.
Thank you. We just have a couple more questions here. I really appreciate y'all for taking the time to answer these. Adi asks, once we switch to Twilio, can we switch back to the free minutes if Twilio doesn't suit our needs?
Can I just answer that question, because we got that like multiple times.
Yeah, do it.
Many times. So just to explain you from the technology side, switching to Twilio is like replacing the engine in the car. And the question is how often we can replace, you know, the engine. Yes, we can replace it 3-4 times, but we it's not desirable to switch it all the time. And this is what we were promising to our Sumo links, that yes, if you go to Twilio and if you don't like it by some reason, you can go back to your, you know, original 3 minutes and, you know, but you need to send email to our support that we can kind of switch you back. But kind of going back and forth, it will require for you and for us to adjust some settings as, you know, caller IDs, some other settings. And it's just not recommended to do this very often. So what we recommend, if you like this presentation, if you like our platform, just, you know, get one code from AppSumo and just, you know, just do a test run and see if that will work for you and what like call volume you will be getting, and that will give you the taste of our product. And then you can buy more codes, and then if your agency grows and you are getting, you know, we have some people that they are getting, you know, thousands of minutes every day. This is great. So you can switch to Twilio and you'll be paying less to Twilio, but at the same time, having more clients, meaning that you'll have more business. And this is our ultimate goal, is to provide a solution for your business. Even if it's like a small business, we have a solution. If you have like a huge growing agency, we have also solution, and that kind of expendable solution where you can basically plug in the Twilio and like drink from, you know, the fire hose. I think that's right comparison. But anyway, but what I would say, it's possible to go Twilio and go back, but you need to let us know. But going to Twilio and back and forth every month, I don't think we'll be able to support it. Hopefully I answered the question.
Thank you so much. Back to one more question, I believe. Oh, no, we got a couple. Okay. Will there be a voice service if we are unable to answer the calls?
Currently, we drive the calls to any number that you specify. So that number has to ultimately provide, you know, the voicemail or the, you know, the ultimate action. For example, if you had to follow me or something, it will follow that all the way to the ultimate destination. But wherever that ultimate destination is, have to have that voice answering service at the moment.
All right. What are the extra minute costs through Callback Tracker if we don't use Twilio but need more minutes?
We have a package for additional minutes that is available for purchase by Simulink. I believe it's $69 for 1,001 minutes, if I got the math right. That's what we currently have, but we also have additional plans that are available if you need more minutes. And even beyond that, the key is if you need a custom plan, you can reach out to us. You know, for example, if you think you're going to be hitting, you know, 4,000 minutes in a month, you know, give us a call. We'll try to make a plan that's reasonable and will work for you.
Awesome. Along the same lines, after the deal ends, will we still be able to buy codes at the current price for my company growth? So I'm guessing this is somebody who got the AppSumo deal, and then as they grow, what can they expect?
It's a great question. And actually, Lindsay, I don't know how it works with AppSumo. I think we'll just follow your policies and, you know, whatever.
You know, it's kind of, I don't know how this all works either. Sometimes, you know, there's an extension of, you know, maybe there's a price that follows that's specific to Sumo links who got on this deal. And, you know, but I think that, I don't know. I know I don't have any control over it. So I'm not the person. Sorry, guys.
So I'm not responsible. So no, we'll try to think, because our ultimate goal to have the ongoing relationships and ongoing engagement with our customers, with and in this case, even you know, with everybody who bought the lifetime deal, this is our long-term goal, to have relationships, to get feedback from you, and yes, we'll think about, you know, what we can, you know, provide you, even, you know, after the deal will be over, either like special pricing or additional codes. Even right now, we are stretching our existing deal to, you know, first of all, like Jefferson added, instead of buying our monthly plans, if you need more minutes for Sumo links, we just decided, if, like, let's say on specific month, you got like so many calls, like in December, right? You are like a gift shop and you just, you know, got so many calls in December, and you are running out of your 1200 minutes. You can go to our website and, you know, select the plan that you need, saying, okay, I need like 1000 more minutes, or, you know, 3000 more minutes, and add those minutes to your plan just for that specific month. You know, sell all your Christmas presents, and then go back to your, you know,
free plan.
Your 3 minutes, go back to your deal. That was the first option. If that would not be enough, as we said, you can do Twilio integration. And if Twilio would not be enough, I don't know, we just, as I said, we have a couple more providers that reached out to us, but we do our best to support you and to support your business, so that we will not be staying on the way, but we will be kind of helping you to make a way. Oh, it's a good problem. It's a good one. So I don't know.
Awesome, thank you. Kind of along those lines, can we move our call minutes to something else if we're not using voice calls?
It's a great question. I don't know where to move them, honestly. So we used those minutes as tiers, because we have also ongoing expense each time when, you know, people use our system. And I mean, right now, as also Jefferson mentioned in the beginning, for AppSumo, we combined 2 products together, the live chat and callback, which we usually sell separately. So even if you are not using, you know, the minutes, you can still use the rest of the channels. And that's kind of the beauty of our product. We are not just a phone company with just one product. So basically, and also you can just, you know, try to figure out what's the best communication channel for your customers. Maybe everybody likes just to do a live chat with you, or maybe everybody likes to send you text messages, or everybody likes to send you email messages. And but right now, it's a good question, but we did not come up with creative way how to move minutes and how to apply minutes for something else. But if there will be a supernatural or amazing solution to this, we'll listen as we listen to the community, and we did those additional plans. We did Twilio integration. If there will be also a way, we will do this, but I don't see it right now. This is why I cannot promise it. So, yeah.
No worries. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm just going to leave with just one last question. A lot of the questions that we've been receiving today, or a lot of the things that are still here in the Q&A box, are regarding, you know, hopes for future integrations or for things on the roadmap. So can y'all just remind us one more time, let Sumolings know where they can submit these requests and how they can let you know what they want?
Absolutely. Probably the best way to get in touch with us would be through our email. You know, the main email being info@callbacktracker.com, or even support@callbacktracker.com. Either one of those, just shoot us a message by email. We definitely read everything. We're passionate about this. And we're actually going to be more actively communicating where we are, what we're doing on a weekly basis with all of our customers going forward. Previously it had been monthly, but now we're going to switch to weekly. You know, we bought SendFox from AppSumo, so we're going to use that to communicate with you guys. That said, you know, give us your email address. If you're thinking about, you know, maybe looking at it in the future, sign up, and we'll be sure to communicate with you as these features get added.
Amazing. Yeah. So some things that we have here are And then you can let us know if any of this is, I guess, upcoming soon or on the roadmap. I don't know. You can let us know as much information. Some of this is, about background music. We've had requests for rollover minutes, bots, or to integrate with a bot option. We've had some integrate with some previous AppSumo deals, including continually. Those are most, the multi-account is requested. Those are most of what we're seeing here. Yeah, they want to see it grow into a CRM. A lot of people have a lot of hopes and dreams, so you might be receiving a lot of emails. Is that okay with you? Are you prepared for that?
We're more than welcome it, and we're going to try to do everything we can to make this a killer product. Seriously, we are.
Awesome. I love it. I really appreciate both of you. The last question that just came in is, will there be a replay of this? Yes, this is all being recorded. This will be accessible on YouTube within probably the next few hours, but I'm not the one posting it, so I can't make promises for other people. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm so sorry if we didn't get to your questions. If you still have some lingering questions, you can always leave those on the deal page. This is available. Callback Tracker is available on AppSumo at appsumo.com/callback-tracker. It's starting at just $69 for a lifetime deal. And of course, it is backed by AppSumo's 60-day guarantee. So you can go ahead and get set up, start playing around with it, and see how it works for you. Of course, if you love it and you want to tell us all about it, you can go ahead and do that as well on the comment section. We do love to hear from you. We love your reviews. And that's going to be it. Thank you so much, Jefferson and Pavel, for answering all of these questions and for walking us through the product and hanging out with us today. You guys are awesome. And everybody have a good one. Thank you. Bye.